Hello and welcome to GKJ Fishing. There goes the rib ride, right on cue. I've had a bit of a nightmare so far. I'm here now, I'm going to fish the other side of that little island in a little channel which I showed you a couple of videos ago. I'm going to have a go. It's about 40 minutes high tide. I've totally ballsed it up. I wanted to fish a spot about 20 minutes away where the tide was about an hour earlier. Got there was about 6 people on the mark. So I went to the other side of the MENAI, decided I wanted to fish on this rock, little rock. There's 3 people on this little rock, so I'm like, you know what, I've got to come here. I wanted to fish this mark for a while, I know absolutely nothing about it. There's a dog growling at me, I might have to go. Right, I'm going to go. He's looking at me going, see you in a bit. Look at that for a backdrop. I'm so unprepared because I didn't plan on coming to this mark. I've got 1 pack of frozen worms, 2 lures. I'm going to have a flick with a lure, but look how beautiful it is here. I say high tide's in about 40 minutes. By the time I'm set up, I'm going to be on high tide by the time I got there and that. But I want to show you this first, show you where I am. There's more people coming, so I'm going to disappear now. But I'm going to flick a lure around, and I am going to put some frozen worms out on the bottom. And I nearly just got eaten alive by a dog. Right, you see her over there. So I'm heading over there now. Tell you what, it's a bigger walk than you think, that. I'm a bit puffy and out of breath. I'm just going to go the other side of that tree into a little channel, which I've seen. I'm sure you'll get fish all around here. I've always wanted to fish this, always, but I've hit it now like spare at the moment, without the right bait, without the right preparation, but it's just how it's ended up. It's just how it's ended up. Excuse the shoddy cameramanship, because I've got all my gear in one hand, I'm blowing because I'm carrying all the gear, and I'm filming in one hand as well, so it's all a little bit shabby. I'm a bit rushed, but I just want to get to the mark and show you what's going on. So let's get over there. Keep going. So what a beautiful day. It's really windy today, but around this back corner here, it's like totally out the wind. Maybe I was actually meant to be here. The other marks I was looking at was really, really windy. I don't know if I'll be able to see the channel, because when I looked on low water, I remember seeing the channel. Now I think it's going to be a lot of guesswork. That's what I think. Right, there's people here, so I'm going to cut it off. I'll bring you back when I get to the mark. I don't want to film nobody without them knowing I'm here. That's the rock I want to fish off. I'm going to sling a worm out. I'm going to do a bit of lure fishing in and around. I can roughly make out where the channel is by the way the water is acting. I can tell where it's gushing, where it's hitting the rocks. But I am fishing this naked. Naked? I'm fishing this blind, I suppose you could say. Oh God, there's one magpie. There's a sign of bad luck in it. Snags and crabs. Let's see if the magpie really is bad luck, or if we catch a fish that busts that myth, don't it? I'm here. Travelled as light as I can. My box with a few bits in, a lure rod and another rod. Probably about half an hour till the top of the tide now. So I'm going to get over there on the lower bit of the wall. I ain't going to risk getting myself down there. I'll kill myself. I'm the wrong shape to be climbing down that. There is a nice little beachy bit over there. Sort of centre a shot now. But I fancy that rock. I do fancy that rock. There's got to be some bass and something out there. There's got to be some fish in there. Right? There's too much water, look. There's got to be some fish in there, surely. Right then, the time has come. I've just literally threw the first rig on I could find. Put a worm on each one. Not even on the best, and it's going out. Because the tide will start dropping soon. I know roughly where the channel is. Not exactly, but roughly. From being on this rock before when I had a look around. And it's about that way. Not too far out either. We'll flick these 2 bits of worm out. That is about in the channel, that is. There is literally no finesse about this video. Or anything about it. It is literally get the rods in and hope for a bite. Didn't expect to be here. If to be truthful, when I wanted to fish this, I wanted to fish it from low water up, fish about 4 or 5 hours. And I wanted to have fresh crab and fresh worm and give it a proper good walloping. But because people was on the other marks local, which I wanted to drop on and have a bit of a bit bash for the wrasse and the other bits, I was like, you know what, I've got some lures, I've got 1 pack of frozen worm, let's get here and just give it a go. So you keep your eyes on that while I set the lure rod up. Well, that worm rod's been in about 5 minutes, no bites yet, so I'm going to send this out for a bit, see if there's any bass around. Be nice, wouldn't it, to get a big fat Billy Bertie on the lure. Probably just end up getting snagged. That's probably what's going to happen. You just never know, dear. There's a bit of current there actually, it's pulling it right down into the side. So further out this time. I suppose we can use this trip as a recce, because I do want to come back here and obviously fish from low till high and put a proper session in with proper fresh bait and stuff. So this can be like the recce for the big one. It's hard to realise exactly where the channel is as well. Obviously when it was on low water I could see it. See you later. See you later, buddy. Cheers for that. Yeah? Yeah. I've seen the mullet here before, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'll have to give that a go, thank you. Yeah, I'll give that a go, thanks very much. You will be seeing it, even if there's no fish, you'll be seeing it. Cheers. What a lovely gentleman. Not too far where I am in Trevor, he's just told me about this beach. Obviously I'm not going to say what it is. There's a lot of bass coming out. There's been a few people fishing it on YouTube and catching a lot of bass as well. He's just told me exactly where it is, so I know what I'm doing over the next couple of sessions when it suits, because I'm really not far from it. He says on lures and bait the bass are coming out from this beach, so coming here now, I don't care if I don't get a bite or blank or anything now, but I know where there's a lot of bass coming out not far from where I'm working on the Limb Peninsula, so that was worth coming here. So subscribe and you'll see me on that bass beach soon. Oh, that's exciting, that's brilliant. That, not even bothered if these rods don't go now, but as I say, this is like a little recce. Be coming back here properly. I planned on, the reason I've only got that packet of frozen worm, I planned on at first calling in Trevor Pier, just having a go for the wrasse and the bits, and there's a few people on there, and I don't know, I just didn't fancy it with a few on there. So then I went to a rock not far from here where I know there's a few big wrasse where I've had them before. There's a couple of people on that rock. I was like, oh no, tide's in about an hour, like 45 minutes now, what am I going to do? So it was like, run here quick, chuck a couple of frozen worms out, flick the lure around. But that bit of info I've just had off him, and he was saying the mullet coming here too. Well, that lure's really working well in the water, to be fair. It's looking really good. Yeah, he's saying the mullet coming here too, all around this bit as well. So this is my recce for sometime next week when I come and give it a proper 4 or 5 hour session, not just a 20-minute chucking, which is exactly what this is. Pretty certain there'll be bass around here somewhere. I'm going to let that sink a little bit. Let it get down a little bit more. Switch this way so I can watch that rod at the same time. Would be nice to see something go from here though, wouldn't it? I've no idea if that rod's in a snag, on a rock, in a kelp bed or anything. This is the recce I needed on this mark, I think. Come and familiarise myself with it. See how far up the wall it goes on this tide and all that. Yeah, I like it actually. And so that gentleman definitely knows his stuff. He was telling me and showing me stuff. And he says you do get the plenty of bass round here. Oh, I thought I had a twitch then, it was in the weed. He said you do get them round here and you get a lot of mullet. Obviously in the channel you get your huss and your eels and stuff, so there's fish here. I like to come back on an early morning or a sort of night time just as it's dropping dark as it gets to high water. Get the night lights on, get a couple of peeler crabs out or something and just see what happens. That's going to be coming up soon. That's going to be coming up soon. I'll have another couple of chucks with this and we'll have a look what's going on with them worm baits. I haven't even got my baiting needle to feed the worms up the line properly. I didn't plan on doing this type of fishing. I was coming out for wrasse and bits with the stuff that I had. I've ended up bass fishing. But it is what it is, isn't it? It is what it is. Maybe something will happen, maybe it won't. Looked like there was a slight little rattle on there then. Definitely nothing like a bite, just a little something twitched. One more cast and then we're going to check that rod. Might even change the lure too. I thought it goes a bit, that lure does. It definitely goes a bit. You can probably tell I'm new to lure fishing. I like to give it a real bit of a twitch. Done plenty of pike lure fishing, perch jigging and stuff, and I know that's sort of what you do for that, give it a twitch and just try and make the fish look real. But for these bass, I ain't too sure. We'll soon tell if I'm getting it right or not, won't we? Nothing on the lure rod. Probably had off camera 10 or 15 casts. This rod's been in about 20 minutes with them worms on, frozen worms. Don't like using frozen worms. I don't mind for the wrasse and the flatties and the bits. When you're after a bass, you want a proper big, juicy, live wriggly thing, don't you? So let's see what's going on here. No snags, that's the main thing. Come on. Oh, it was snag, but it's popped out. So nice to get something on one of these rods in a bit. Right, my lead's not on. Where's my lead gone? I have no idea what's going on there. But I had 2 hooks on, 2 worms on and a lead. I've got 1 hook missing and a lead missing. Right, I need to set up again. Something's happened there. You work that out. Something's gone on. Right, I'll get a rig back on and go again. I'm back. We've literally got a couple of snotty bits of worm on. They're going warm and sticky in the sun. This really, really is not how it was meant to be. But when you follow me and you know this channel and you know we work, we show you as it is. I've had a couple of good sessions lately, got into some good fish. Well, I was just took completely off guard here. This isn't the plan. I wanted pulley pennels. If I was fishing here, I'd have pulley pennels on and peeler crab. I'd have some big fresh monster ragworm or monster log. Be fishing them both on pulley pennels. Instead, the gear I've brought got little rigs on with sticky, sweaty lugworm. It is what it is, isn't it? It's not an excuse. It is an excuse. It definitely is an excuse. Right, that's back in. I'm sure we've all been there, haven't we, when you're fishing and you've got a plan in your mind and you think, when I get there, I'm going to do this, I'm going to fish on that spot, this is going to happen. You get there, somebody's on your spot. So you're like, oh no, where should we go? And then you're looking at the tide and it's like, oh no, quick, we're going to lose tide, we're doing this, and you end up being somewhere, rushing to set up, and before you know it, the tide's dropping. That's like this session, but it's real. I'll always show you it real. On the plus side, it's only another 45 minutes till the chippy opens. Come on, fishies. Come on. The water looks like it's slackening off a bit now. I think we shouldn't be far off high now. Still tall. You all right? Yeah, mate. Thank you. You'll see it. Yeah, just like some fish from here, to be honest. Something to kick off, something to go. Forgot what I was talking about before he said hi. He must be a... Well, you're going to be watching, he just said you'll be watching later. He must be a subscriber or a follower, so thank you very much. He's just jogging along and he went, Johnny! Yeah, there's not much to see though, pal. I will change the lure in a sec, have a go with a different one. I'm just not confident with the way I'm fishing. The sweaty worm I've got. Well, as I say, this is how I ended up here, and this is what it is. It's a beautiful place, so I'm going to go and show you a little look around in a minute. It is stunning. Absolutely perfect. Yeah. No. Did I get you? Oh, you're not going to believe me if something happens now, are you? I might have to edit that out. Right, I just had a twitch on that rod again. And the one hook that I did pull in last time didn't have a worm on, so I think there's something twitching at the... Oh, I really did think I was in then. It was that kelp again. When it comes close and you hit the kelp, something is pinging the worms off. Maybe little mini species, maybe little flatties. I'm going to redo how I put the worm on in a minute. I'll show you what I'm going to do. I ain't got my baiting needle, but I've got some scissors. I'm going to wrap some up with scissors and toughen it up a bit. I have a plan. I am a man with a plan. One more cast. Imagine this now. Wouldn't this just be the best ever? The backwards bass. Imagine you just pulled me round. You got to have a laugh, ain't you? There's no point being too serious. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do to make a couple of bites up now for that rod, because something is definitely twitching them. Something is taking them off, so I'm going to put a bit of... Oh, I hadn't brought bait elastic. Oh no, that's how unprepared I was. Didn't plan on bait elastic in anything. I was going to make some like worm sausages and they'll come on properly, so they didn't come off. I hadn't even got bait elastic, God's sake. I have made a complete balls up of this session. I want to see if that little twitch was actually something having the worm. Is it worth running back to the car? It's a good bloody walk back to that car, to be honest. Let's not beat around the bush here. It's a good walk. It's 10 minutes there, 10 minutes back. It's 20 minutes of my fishing time where I could have caught 7 bass in it. See what's going on with the worm. I don't know if it's being crabbed or something. On the plus side, my memory was good. I am fishing in the... yeah, the worms are being took. See, something's banging the worm off. They're going to be little fish or flatties. I don't think they'll be crabs because they're quick pecks and they're up in the water, some of them rigs. Oh, I need some bait elastic. Do I go for it? Do I go back to the car? It's a long way to go and get some bait elastic, but I think that could be the difference between a fish and not. Right, I'll try one more cast without the bait elastic. I'll try one more cast, give it 5 minutes, then I might have to go to the car. Don't want to, but I might have to. It's nice to know I'm hitting that channel though. It was worth coming here to find that channel, see how far the water comes up, get that info about that beach on the Limb Peninsula, which is doing a lot of bass. Obviously I'm not going to say where it is out of respect for the person who's just told me, but he's doing a lot of bass. Whether I catch more, that's a different thing, isn't it? See if we can get anything going on with this lure. The lure. I want to keep my eye on that because I've been having them pings. I'm guessing that could be... I don't even know what you get out of. I've got rock beds and that, so you probably get the little wrasse. No way. Don't think it was a fish. Oh, I just lost my very expensive lure. This isn't good. Don't think that was a fish, by the way. Did move a bit though. Yep, lure's gone. Don't know what to think about that. I've only got a 10 pound fluorocarbon leader on. Like a bit of hook length. So that was a quick tap on that rod. Don't know what to do or what to say. There's definitely something tapping at that rod. I've just lost my very expensive lure. It wasn't that expensive, it was about 12 quid. In the grand scheme of things, lures go a lot more expensive than that, don't they? It's still 12 quid. I keep getting little twitchy bites on this worm rod. Like, not a bite, just little twitches. The current is absolutely flowing through as well now. There's something down there pecking at the worms. I don't know if it's crabs or little fish or something, but there's definitely something taking the worms off. Maybe next time I come here, I'll see all the worms have gone again. As I say, I can't fish how I want, and I'll keep saying the same thing, but I'd like to have wrapped some worms up and put them on properly and that. Can't fish how I want. Guess you learn from it, don't you? Well, I definitely know what I need to do next time I come here now. Bring some bait elastic. Bring some other stuff. Bring some fresh worms. But yeah, it's good to have a chat to some people. I just spoke to another lad who's just walked around on the lures. He says there's a few bass round, they've been having them. I feel like I've already given up on this session. To be honest, people, if I hadn't made that promise about a year ago where I told you lot I'll show you every single session, because it's real life, I wouldn't be uploading this video now. But it could still go off, couldn't it? But I made that promise to you. You see everything. It says in the bio on the YouTube channel, you see every session as it happens. And this has just been one of them where I'm like, what the going on here? It's all gone wrong. Chuck some worms out and go again. See what happens, eh? And still he's trying. How'd you hook a round tripod with an hook? How does the hook go in there? Yeah, I think sometimes you have them days, don't you? This one is just completely... What it was, I know I've said it 3 or 4 times, but I was threw off by planning to fish for mini species, wrasse and stuff. I just did not expect to be here. And it's just gone tits up, they say, don't they? And all we're hoping for now is something to pick one of them worms up. There is a lad lure fishing to my left, to be honest. Just had a good chat to him, a lovely lad. Let's see if he gets anything. What do you think's pulling them worms off then, anyway? Well, I'm guessing I do a lot of wrasse fishing just round the other side of these rocks with my boy and by the bridge. We catch a lot of wrasse there. You get a lot of mini species and that. I'm guessing that they're going to be wrasse and stuff. I wouldn't think that'd be crabs because one hook is up in the water and we're fishing in a bit of current. I don't think that'd be crabs, mate. They could be, but I'd go more down the mini species, especially with the little rattles and stuff. Come on. Going to do a little test now. That's only been in 5 minutes. Going to see how quick them worms are getting shredded. I'm definitely on the sandbed because I can feel that the gripper's plugging in. So I'm fishing where I want to fish. Like I say, I was in that lug bed on low water and I'm definitely hitting that. Just thought there might be some bass over it, but as I say, the bait's not right. Something's not right. Not feeling it. Top worm's gone. See, if that was crabs, it wouldn't be the top worm that went, it would be the bottom, wouldn't it? Oh, they're both gone. That's not actually worm. That's a bit of weed. Trying to work it out. That can't be crabs. Oh, rod fell over there, my lure rod. I'm going to get it back out again. I'm not giving up. You know, if I'd have had that bite elastic, I could have made some little worm sausages about that long and thin. Fed them around the hook. And had the hook point at the bottom. That wouldn't have come off. Whatever's pecking it would have been there till it was caught. Even if it was a crab. I'm not making excuses. This is going to be my last cast. I will come back. And I will fish it from low till high. And I will. Well, now I've seen what I need to do. I will get fish from here next time. What a nightmare session. I realised casting towards that little island just to the left of it, you do it the sand bed. So as I say, when I've got some proper fat juicy worms and the proper rigs on, I'll be hoping there's a bass coming through. We'll plug away with some more lures, and I will, next time I'm here as well, I will put a proper little mini species rod out with little bits of rag and that to see what's taking them off. So yeah, it's this has been absolutely crap, innit? Let's face it, not much has happened. From that good session on the breakwater to the ray on the Mersey and all that, and then absolute load of crap, not even a bite. But it's real, and I promised you lot that I'll show you every session as it happened, and as much as I don't want to show you this, I am going to show you, because it's real. Yeah, be interesting to see what he's done. Now, I reckon you're going to get flatties on that sand bed, and I reckon you're going to get wrasse off these rocks and that. Well, we'll definitely be back here, but we'll give that 5 minutes. Have a look, see what happens. Well, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, and anything in between, that's going to be it. See if there's any worms left on here. And that's a snag at the end. Oh, it's out. Just learning a new mark, innit? I can definitely say I've learned something about today. If somebody else is on your spot when you turn up that you want to fish, throw them in and fish it. Don't change your plans. Yeah, what do you think's having this worm off every time then? I'm guessing there's no worm on here. Same again, weed on the bottom. And the worm's gone off the top. I don't know. Right, GKJ Fishing, signing out. See you next time.